Welcome to Just Event Online News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. First, the news headlines. Federal government will continue to boost business reforms, private sector investment, Osibajo says. Representatives urge CBN to enforce coins despite most commodities being above 10 naira. Federal government reiterates commitment to preventing and combating corruption. Senate to debate judgment allowing political appointees contest primaries. Man seeks government intervention to stem job losses over energy crisis. Go for medical checkup, FRS charges drivers. ECOWAS Court holds regional integration session in Ghana. Kwara for Women holds voter sensitization rally, declares support for Governor Abdulrahman re-election bid. Nigeria records 87 new coronavirus infections in 5 states and FCT. And on sports, Nigeria vs Ghana, ex-Aston Villa star picks team to qualify for World Cup in Qatar. Now the news in details. Vice President Yemi Osibajo has said that the federal government will continue to deepen business reforms and partner with the private sector to ensure wholesome national development. He disclosed this yesterday at the commissioning of the state-of-the-art Toyota Service and Research Facility in Lagos State. According to him, it is important to restate that the federal government has committed itself to partner with the private sector, recognizing that the private sector is better equipped and resourced to lead development of the economy. The newly commissioned facility is said to be among the first of its kind in West Africa, to varied capacity for research, training and skilling. The Vice President noted that Buhari administration remains committed to reforms being driven by the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council. The House of Representatives has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to enforce the acceptance of coins such as 1 naira, 2 naira and 50 kobo. The directive came at a time when inflation has forced other higher denominations like 10 naira and 5 naira to become irrelevant in the market as most items cost above those currencies. The resolution for the reintroduction of the lower denomination followed a motion moved by Muda Lawal. In his motion, Lawal said, despite the huge amount of money spent on the production of those monies, they appear to have gone out of circulation. He blamed the recent inflation rocking the country on the lack of use of those lower denominations. The House, however, asked the Committee on Banking and Currency to ensure compliance. The federal government has reiterated its commitment to support the anti-graft agencies in the country in contributing to the African Union's efforts at preventing and combating corruption on the African continent. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Njema, stated this at the 5th Annual General Assembly meeting of the Network of National Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa in Abuja on Monday. The two-day event, which was themed "The Role of Regional Economic Communities in the Implementation of the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption," was jointly organized by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Njema said that the federal government will continue to provide the necessary materials and capacity support to its agencies saddled with the responsibility of dealing with corruption and other related crimes. The Senate will on Wednesday debate a recent judgment by Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, nullifying the provisions of Section 8412 of the newly amended Electoral Act 2022 passed by the National Assembly. Justice Evely Anyedika in the judgment held that the section of the Act was unconstitutional, invalid, null and void, and has no effect whatsoever. However, coming under Order 42 of the Senate Standing Orders on Personal Explanation, Senator George Thompson Sekibo during plenary challenged the judgment of the court on Section 8412. Citing Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution, Sekibo stated that the National Assembly is empowered by virtue of its provision to make laws for the peace, order and good governance of Nigeria. Unless the federal government takes urgent steps to address the ongoing energy crisis in the country, there will be massive job losses. According to Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, The current unsteady supply weakness in power supply necessitates urgent intervention to rescue industries from the hike in price of diesel across the country. In a statement on Monday, the chairman Kwara and Kogi branch of MAN, Bioku Rahman, stressed the need to urgently rescue industry players and investors from the looming tsunami of unemployment and mass closure of companies. The Federal Road Safety Corps on Monday charged drivers to conduct medical health checkup regularly so as to be healthy. It also warned drivers against keeping petrol in the boots of their cars. The sector commander of IFRSC Kwara State Command, Mr. Jonathan Owadi, gave the warning while speaking at a health seminar organized for members of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria in Ilorin, the state capital. Owadi stressed the need for the association to create opportunity to conduct health checkup for its members. According to him, it was important to conduct eye tests for commercial drivers for them to see clearly while driving. The ECOWAS Community Court of Justice (CCJ) on Monday began its first external court session in Accra, Ghana, in a bid to foster regional integration. The Communications Division of the ECOWAS Court made this known in a statement released on Monday in Abuja. President of the court, Justice Edward Asante, in a statement said the essence of the program was to bring justice to the common man at the grassroots. He maintained that the program was for indigent citizens who could not afford the cost and logistics of traveling to the seat of the court in Abuja to access justice. The team lead of Kwara for Women, Ajia Miriam Babalola Yusuf, with other executives of the group, locked down in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, on Tuesday for permanent voters card sensitization rally and also declared support for Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak re-election bid. The rally, which was kicked off at Gerialimi Sawmill Agaka, Oja down to Ojaya, ended at Taiwo Ilorin. Speaking at the rally, Ajia Miriam implored women to troop out en masse to register for their PVC as she stated its importance, saying it is their weapon to bring back good governance of Governor Abdurrahman in the next general election. She described the governor as a man for all who takes his people's well-being paramount. Mrs. Medinat Ayobola, a vegetable seller at Agaka Market, on behalf of others, commended the group for sensitizing the public as they pledged support for the governor's re-election bid. The rally had in attendance world women leaders across Ilorin West and Asa local government, party stalwarts among others. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Monday reported 87 new cases of COVID-19 infection across 5 states and the Federal Capital Territory. This was disclosed in the official website of the NCDC on Tuesday morning. According to the health agency, Lagos State recorded 34 cases of the new infection, followed by FCT with 23 new cases of the virus. Rivers reported 21, Osun 4, while Kano and Kaduna reported 3 and 2 cases respectively. The agency said with the additional 87 new cases reported has brought the total number of confirmed cases to 255,190, while 249,476 people have recovered and successfully discharged. However, with no additional COVID-19 related deaths recorded, the death toll from the virus still stands at 3,142 according to the agency. The last on the news is sports. Former Aston Villa midfielder George Boateng has backed the Black Star of Ghana to beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria and qualify for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Boateng said Ghana's technical crew have a solid plan in place to beat the Super Eagles to the World Cup tickets. The Black Stars will host Nigeria on Friday in the World Cup qualifying first leg tie at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi, while Super Eagles will host Ghana in the return leg 4 days later at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. We have come to the end of the news on Just Events Online. Here is the recap of the story. Federal government will continue to boost business reforms, private sector investments, Osibajo says. Representatives urge CBN to enforce quantities despite most commodities being above 10 naira. Federal government reiterates commitment to preventing and combating corruption. Senate to debate judgment allowing political appointees contest primaries. Man seeks government intervention to stem job losses over energy crisis. Go for medical checkup, FRSC charges drivers. ECOWAS Court holds regional integration session in Ghana. Kwara for Women holds voter sensitization rally, declares support for Governor Abdulrahman re-election bid. Nigeria records 87 new coronavirus infections in 5 states and FCT. And on sports, Nigeria vs Ghana, ex-Aston Villa star picks team to qualify for World Cup in Qatar. Thank you for watching Just Events Online News. Your attitude towards what is right and wrong shows who you truly are. For more news, visit www.justeventsonline.com and to read more updates. Follow us on our social media platform with a tap at Just Events Online. Email us at justeventsonline@gmail.com. Also contact our newsroom 081 66841756. I am Manifat Ismail. Good night.